manslaughter. What do you got?
I think I can prove to a judge that both of these men had the mens rea.
What the hell is a mens rea?
It's a legal term the lawyers use. It just means the intention to commit a crime.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Mens rea?
Put the cuffs on him.
How could we have gotten mens rea? We take blood? Can you do it without taking blood? We both use condoms. How is this possible? I want to see a doctor. Can I have an independent blood test?
Money!
I feel sick.
What are you doing?
Mens rea! Oh! Oh! My God! No!
Hey everybody, how are we all doing? It's me, Legal Vices. I'm awake. Everybody's in the courtroom. Everybody's rising. The jury's coming in. We got a verdict in. It's after 5.5 hours. Here he is, Valhalla Waits. Welcome.
I did it, y'all. I did it. I got him.
You woke me up.
Time.
Wow, this is really quick.
Yeah, 4 hours deliberation time.
Yeah, it's either got to be not guilty or I'm thinking they're like, it'll be I don't think it's gonna be murder. It's either gonna be not guilty or it's going to be the voluntary manslaughter.
That's my guess too.
The first verdict, State of Ohio versus Andrew Kirk Michael, case number 19 CR 1662.
He said first verdict.
Upon our oaths and law and evidence in this case, find the defendant not guilty of murder as charged in count one of the indictment signed this 18th day of April 2023 by each and every juror. Second verdict, State of Ohio versus Andrew Kirk Mitchell. 19 CR 1662. We, the jury, upon our oaths and law and evidence in this case, find the defendant not guilty of voluntary manslaughter as charged in count two of the indictment.
There you go. He's a free man.
Signed this 18th day of April 2023 by each and every juror. Do you guys want the jury pooled?
Oh man, I've spent the last 4 hours
on behalf of the
in
community,
on
behalf of
Cook's
the
chat
court,
trying to convince these
Thank
people.
you so much for being responsible citizens and coming down here. You are now discharged from all admonitions and instructions. Thank you again.
Wow.
That was the right verdict. But I bet law and crime are losing their minds right now.
Killer cop gets free. They got it right. This is BS. Federal will get him. He's not free. Right. Go after the ones that kill unarmed people.
Mitchell, you're hereby discharged from this case.
No justice for Donna. We're not out for justice for Donna.
Thank you.
See, we're not out for justice for Donna. We're out for justice.
Y'all see my comment in Law and Crime? Told you.
No. I told you. He has Mo Betta cases. That's good one. This is just plain wrong. Very quick smiley face. I'm upset. AA Ron says skull. Ain't no skull happening at 5:45 a.m. if I'm just waking up as opposed to, it's 5:45 a.m. I'm still drinking. There's a difference.
Oh, that's funny. Cope, y'all.
Thank you for that super chat there, by the way, AA Ron.
Somebody over there in Law and Crime was trying to convince everybody that he got out of the car and then fired another round when he leaned back into the car.
He could have. We don't know.
That was what I told them. I was like, that could be the case, but that's not anything in testimony. Nobody has said that at all. That's not, in order for somebody to find that, they would have to basically disregard the entire court testimony so far in this case.
Wow. Long Crime's like, we're out. What if they're going to give us a little post-trial breakdown? They didn't cover this much. They didn't do their little sidebars and stuff like that. What do you? Yeah, 57% said guilty, 42% not guilty. That's pretty big for them.
I was doing work over there, y'all. I was doing work.
I voted guilty. Cry. Beautiful. That is. Now,
me too. Law Nerd Clips. Me too.
All right. Now let's see what we all got to say here. Wow, you guys have been chatty. Chatty Cathy's here. But at a point, all right. Let's go away, Letitia. All right, I want to make sure we close the right thing. Late, y'all. Boom.
Oh. It was good. It was good.
All right, hang on just a second. Sushi Ninja, let's go get to the verdict part. Oh my goodness, watching from work because I want to know the verdict. I was watching. That was about as close as you can come. They usually get like 30 minutes or something, but they just kind of went straight into it.
Yeah, they weren't
like, green light, boom.
He was still trying to get home by 5.
Watch is guilty or voluntary manslaughter. No, see, statistically, if the jury comes back that quickly, it's a not guilty. Or if there's a lesser included, it's the lesser included, which was it wasn't really a lesser included. It was a different standard. Usually, if it's like there's like the lesser of the things charged. So I was convinced that it would be not guilty, and I was correct.
Yeah, you got me. You convinced me.
Well, I thought it should have been. I had no idea what the jury was going to do, but when it came back that quick, I knew it was going to be one of those two. And then the judge kind of tipped his hand a little bit. I don't know why I felt it when he said the first verdict. I knew it wasn't murder because if it was murder, there's only going to be one verdict. So he kind of tipped his hand a little bit.
Was he talking about the other case? A little burn in there?
Well, I mean, because they had two verdicts. You know, it was not guilty of murder and then not guilty of manslaughter. And
gotcha.
Flux was begging to come in.
Hey,
Flux has
Flux.
been a ride or die here. We haven't had Flux on in a bit. How you doing?
Can you turn your camera sideways?
Did I?
Nah.
Can you? Your phone. Can you turn your phone sideways?
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's a married guy talking. We want to see we like the full length hot.
There we go.
There we go. Whatever.
That's better.
That was fast. I wasn't expecting that.
No, I wasn't either. Jeff is naked from the waist down. Nope. Legal advice. I'm disappointed you're not wearing pajamas and a sleeping hat. When sleeping, would be nice. # clothes are prison.
I'm with you there, buddy.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Anybody breaks into my house in the middle of the night, we're having a naked fight, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Did have my wrinkly old shirt that's sitting next to it. Poor Jeff. I hope they end the trial so you can get in and get a good snooze in. Well, it's getting light outside. Hey, Yoda. Yoda's like, what the 6 o'clock in the morning. Shizzy Wisna says, yeah, we got an F. Yeah. Yes. Whoa. Black privilege, says Justin McCullough. Yes. Pope restored. It's weird that we say that. I mean, the guy's he's not going home. He's going right back to jail to face his federal charges. What up, Putty Cat? Got a little ring going.
Hopefully, he has a little rash.
And answer the question. I was wondering if it was a ring of shame or just like you're pampering your cat with a neck pillow.
No, he's got a little rash right here, but.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just tell him it was hey, Pussycat, just tell him it was a street fight. Tell him you got that in a street fight. You're a badass cat.
Hope you got the ointment.
Actually,
surprised.
Aloe vera.
Nice.
Mm.
We got lots of wows, dams, free to go back to his cell. Boom, says Flux.
Hopefully,
technically he's not a free man. True. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully the next case has better evidence, has better facts. And if he's guilty of those crimes, hopefully he gets found guilty of those crimes.
Yeah. Is he actually free for now? No.
Not even close.
No. He is facing he's facing 9 federal charges, I believe.
I think he's got 2 charges of basically imprisoning somebody unlawfully.
He's been charged with using his badge to draw hookers into his car and to free them after getting sexual favors.
Those apparently are life sentences.
And 2 charges of jury tampering. I mean, witness tampering. It's like destruction of evidence.
He's looking at the rest of his life in prison, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Andrew Mitchell, federal charges.
There we go.
Do you
Henry
think?
Mitchell, Columbus. Oh, they've got the federal indictment. Should we read the federal indictment?
Well, if you're not going back
yeah.
to sleep, we should definitely do that.
I'm gonna go back to sleep, but I got the federal indictment here. Oh wait, what?
What was that?
Oh, I thought that was somebody else's house. It was my phone that was like possessed by the devil. I was like, well, what do you got? Some noise going on there. Can't be me. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Oh, that was me.
Huh. All right. That was interesting.
That was fast too.
That was really fast.
I'm shocked. Do you
That's
think the jury was just like he was stabbed?
Basically.
Like he was stabbed.
Yeah.
That second expert when he did it.
Yeah, the second
Absolutely.
defense use of force expert was phenomenal.
He was really good.
He took that prosecutor chick just to the woodshed.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, so Flux, give us your thoughts.
Well, I believed at first he was guilty. I still am kind of not quite sure, but in my mind, that means not guilty or acquit. So, yep, the prosecution couldn't prove a lot of things. So,
That
pretty
cannot
much sums up.
Both of you were here for most of it. And what about you, Valhalla? What's your feelings, your take?
I'm in the same boat. Like when it started for the first like 3-4 days, I was kind of, yeah, this dude needs to go to prison for this. And then that second expert and kind of parceling through it all, the actual sequence of events, that's kind of what did it for me. I think it was the right verdict. Gives me a little bit of faith back in the jury system.
Well, let's take some more looks at what Chad thinks. Well, yeah, they weren't going to take the risk of convicting a black in 2023. It
was a bold statement, Cotton.
No, it's usually quite the opposite. EDB chat going crazy. Was Emily Baker doing this too?
I don't know.
I hadn't seen her covering any of this. She was live today. So maybe she was covering it just because she was live today?
I don't know. Whatever. Jeff, change to all chat. I'm on all chat. Why? And we got Skull. We already covered that one.
Skull.
It's about time a jury got one right. He will get off on the Fed case. The Feds are a lot more careful in bringing charges.
Fed cases have something like a 98% conviction rate. Something insane.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're much more careful.
It's ridiculous.
State failed again. That was fast, says Flux.
It was pretty
good. He was not guilty. Good verdict, in my opinion. Lol, surprised, but glad Valhalla was vindicated.
Me too, Law Nerd. Me too. Yes.
The judge said the verdict and dipped. State failed again. How disappointing. No victory for Collins and Caitlin. No victory dance for Collins and Caitlin. I don't know what that means. Any help there?
Not sure, John Gary. Not sure.
John Gary was there with VA, as we're all smart people. I'm just kidding. See that, and that's the thing is, I mean, this was an individual jury. How do we interpret what happened, and how do we interpret how a reasonable police officer would interpret it? So you had lay people interpreting how police officers would interpret this. Lots of high fluxes going on. That was fast, both verdict and reading a verdict. Kyle Bug, Flux simp in chat might be me. I don't know.
We love our Flux.
If only you were a Kylie Bug, then. Poor kitty, says Swan Lake. So not guilty and not guilty of both charges. Ringworm, shoot the cat. Oh, no.
No.
I found that way.
He's my anxiety cat. Like, anytime I have an anxiety attack or anything, like, he literally comes and hugs me. And I love it so much.
I'm guessing he will beat most of the charges, but get convicted on the lying to a federal agent charges. Dodged. He's not guilty. AKA Grape. Gross. Sounds like every other cop to me. Woman of Negotiable Affections is a great name for a rock band, assuming it's all women. All female jury. I don't think it was an all female jury because there's only like one time that they said, ladies of the jury.
Yeah.
Every other time they seem to have said, ladies and gentlemen. Semi-serious question, says John Gary. If a cop catches someone on a legit soliciting charge, but offers to let her go for a sex act, is that grape or soliciting a bribe? Well,
both
depends.
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah. So it depends on how she looks at it. But it's improper regardless.
There'd probably be other crimes too.
And is Papa Smurf Claus heading home too? Papa Smurf Claus is probably going home to hide his head in shame because he lost. She doesn't do this type of crime. I'm not sure who the she was because I just scrolled down through a bunch.
EDB.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say this is probably so far below her radar. John Gary, there were only about 3 of us not guilty at the beginning. I was not one of them. I was definitely on the guilty side at the beginning.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was guilty.
Same.
Especially the first time I watched that video. It's like, oh.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That video is brutal.
It was not good.
Nicholas Starr of Union Rep Labor Log. Geez, dude, you're like up late. What is there? Well, it's only like 10 o'clock p.m. there, right?
Oh, that's not
I was convinced he was guilty, but the prosecution proved me wrong. Not often that happens.
What's up, Nicholas? How you doing, buddy?
I definitely think the prosecution, for me, the turning point was Hal Holbrook, the state's use of force expert, that as they played the video during the closing arguments, just conceded, yes, what he did was reasonable. Yes, he was in fear. Yes, he was doing that. I was like, all right, well, you just proved their cases. And I believe I said he's the best witness for the defense so far. Was a prosecution witness. The state had no case. Well, they had a case, but it was extraordinarily weak. And see, they've had an extra year to prepare, and they still sucked.
I'm really surprised they didn't get like a use of force expert with like the foot to the neck and like how long it would take to choke you out and like what type of pressure would be needed and stuff.
They should have, because I don't think it was as believable as he wanted everybody to think it was.
I wonder if I'm sure it's there somewhere. The first trial, the trial last year. I bet that's on Law and Crime somewhere. I never thought about checking it until now. Going back and watching the old trial. Well, what's the next trial, Jeff? Slow down, Brad. Slow down, my brother. Come on. It's going to be a few weeks before I just, we'll do business as usual for a few weeks and dang. Chill. Legal Vice, the top chat comment was when you were in Law and Cuck chat.
Oh,
she was saying when you were in the Law and Cuck chat, you needed to go to all chats.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's what it was.
I'm sure that was nice. A hugging cat. I don't trust that he's out to kill you, Flux.
They all are. They're all plotting.
Right. As long as he's fed, he's happy.
Ms. K. Griff, I definitely was not expecting a verdict today, nor was I.
Yeah.
I sure wasn't.
4 hours?
That's quick. Is Rittenhouse civil trial going to be televised? I doubt it. Civil trials are almost never televised. You had Paltrow's televised because it's Gwyneth Paltrow. You've got Heard. Normally nobody cares. I don't even think the giant Fox trial. Fox is on trial right now, or or Fox is involved in a trial right now. I should say no. That's not being streamed anywhere.
Fox News.
Yeah, like
Oh.
the entire Fox channel. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, that brings us up to speed on all of the oldie chats. Let's Fox. Oh, they Fox settled. That was quick.
787 million. That is such an astronomical amount of money.
Is it? I have no concept of what that amount is. Fox settled 787 million. Apologies. Wow.
Holy
Murdoch
crap.
bets on future. Yeah. So there you go.
Wow.
Oh, Murdoch. Fox News agrees to pay $787 million to settle Dominion false election claims case. Fox is admitting to telling lies. Fox is admitted to telling lies, voting system CEO says. There you go. That's why you don't make up lies about voting booths and things.
Good plan.
Dang.
Good plan.
And if you agree, I mean, one, it would be really bad PR to have people just sit there and accuse Fox News of lying forever. For however long it takes on the stand, and then to possibly even get a bigger verdict against you. But this is a settlement. This isn't like you get $1 billion judgment. They were seeking $1.6 billion in defamation, so they settled for about 50%. And they're paying that. This isn't like you get a $1.6 billion verdict and appeal it into the ground. They're like, yeah, here's your $800 million.
So did they admit to lying in the settlement, or is it just a
Normally settlement agreements, civil settlement agreements will have a clause that says nobody admits liability for anything, but we want to settle this amicably, so here's your money.
Interesting.
The sad thing at the end of the day, says Swan Lake, bring us back to reality, is Donna is still dead and Andrew has to live with the fact that he killed her. True?
That is very true.
And it seems like he might have a little bit of time in a cell to check it out.
Think about his actions for a while.
Only CNN brings pure truth. It's totally not a Russian bot. Well, we are 22 minutes into this. We've got these federal charges. Do y'all want to stick around to read the federal indictment, the federal complaint?
Absolutely.
Sure. I got like 20 minutes before dinner time.
Early bird special.
Dinner time.
5:25 dinner at 5:25 p.m.
Shut up. That's dinner time.
That's about the time I eat too, because I'm trying to get less fat.
Is that not normal time for dinner?
Well, not for me.
Fox purchased Dominion shares and will receive dividends from their own settlement. All right, let's do this. Let's see here. We're going to share the window, or do we want to say, let's open it up as its own document. Excuse me while I open this up as a document. Look, I could be a judge. I can be the judge in this case.
Oh, you would make such an awesome judge. Oh my God, that would be so cool.
No, I'd get thrown off the bench. I'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake, can we wrap this up?
I could see him crossing a couple lines. Just losing.
Yeah, I'd be like, dumbass! You're an idiot! Yeah. All right.
Question.
Yeah.
What is a Supreme Court commissioner for a state?
South Carolina? Is that a South Carolina thing?
In Arizona.
Arizona.
Supreme Court commissioner?
Arizona Supreme Court. What?
I want to know what they do. Like, what is this? Is it?
He commissions the Supreme Court, clearly.
Yeah.
Duh, Flux.
Okay.
Wow. Powers and duties of court commissioners. Casetext.com. Proceeding. All court commissioners and juvenile court commissioners appointed in accordance with articles, blah, 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 Constitution, blah, 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 shall have such powers and duties as are provided by this rule. Powers of commissioners. hear and determine any matter in which each party sought to adversely affect hereby has had his default entered, has heard his consent in writing, hear and determine in a proceeding arising chapter 3, blah, blah, marriage, any matter, bleh, boring. Let's see, Supreme.
Wow, that was way more than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be like, oh, they do this.
Senior commissioners. Presiding judges may appoint former judges with 10 or more years' experience as senior commissioners with powers and duties to hear and determine any matter governed by the rules of civil procedure. Notes of the Supreme Court. There's order that court commissioners may hear and determine all such matters, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, Flux. Too early.
That's fair. I thought it was going to be simple. Never mind.
It ain't.
Yeah, it's a special judge. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, but it's weird. The Supreme, unless it just means a commissioner appointed by the Supreme Court, and not some sort of commissioner to the Supreme Court.
Well, that would make sense.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it's just one of these little. It's like a justice of the peace or something like that that's been appointed by the state Supreme Court. That's what I'm guessing.
Okay, cool beans.
I have no clue if I'm even remotely correct, but
gold star for random weird question of the day.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's still my day started with what is the average size of an average Korean house.
That's true.
That still wins on the random thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't know what a Supreme Court commissioner was like, because I'm just reading really quickly, glancing through the statute. It just seems to be a commissioner appointed by the Supreme Court rather than some sort of Supreme Court functionary. Present window. Didn't mean to give you 2 PTSD there for a second. Now let's see. Extra camera, video file, slides.
That's funny.
I didn't have the show window. What have you guys done to me, StreamYard? Share screen, window. There we are in the middle.
I was like, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me.
Bang. Here we go. Now, let's see. This is United States of America versus Andrew Mitchell with Judge Sargas issuing this. Judge Sargal. General Zod issued this. All right.
Ooh.
The grand jury charges. Dun, dun, dun. Introductory allegations. Where are we here? Scroll in. I got to do this so I can keep it in the background. There we go. From, in, or at all times, at least 1988 through and including the present, the defendant, Andrew K. Mitchell, has been employed as a police officer with the Columbia Division of Police within the Southern District of Idaho. Over the course of approximately 30-year employment, the defendant, Andrew K. Mitchell, received extensive training on the policies and procedures of the Columbus Division of Police. At the time of his commission, the defendant, Andrew K. Mitchell, took an oath to uphold the United States Constitution, as well as the Constitution and laws of the state of Ohio. The defendant, Andrew K. Mitchell, is currently assigned as a detective in the Columbus Division of Police's Vice Unit and has been in this assignment since... Come on, tongue, wake up. It's only 6 o'clock in the... I can't even say what time it is. I really need... Okay, hang on. I really need something to drink here, but... Red Breast 12 at 6. That's only if you've been drinking until 6 a.m.
Don't do that. That'd be a horrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
What day is it? Wednesday for you?
Did I say Idaho?
The first time you did.
Did I want? Because I'm dumb. Oh, there we go. Now we're all lubricated. Why is it called a grand jury? Because it is. That's just the answer. All right, we're ready to go. The defendant, Andrew K. Mitchell, is currently assigned as a detective in the Columbus Division of Police's Vice Unit and has been assigned since on or about March 12, 2017. He lasted about a year there. As a detective on the Vice Unit of the Columbus Division of Police, the defendant, Andrew K. Mitchell, was authorized by the laws of the state of Ohio to Ohio to conduct, among other things, enforcement actions for the solicitation offenses, searches and seizures and arrests from in or about at least 1994 through and including the present as secondary employment. Oh, he's a moonlighter. The defendant, Andrew K. Mitchell, also doing business as Mitchell Properties, LLC, has owned and operated for rent approximately 40 properties in the central Ohio area within the Southern District of Ohio. The Central District of Ohio, 40 properties. Does this mean he was a slumlord too?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
He's a cop and slumlord.
Yeah. Also good for laundering money.
How do you acquire 40 rental properties in a career as a public servant?
I was just going to say, as a cop.
He read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I guess. Paragraphs 1 through 5. This is count 1. Deprivation of rights under color of law. Under lawful law. Paragraphs 1 through 5 of the introductory allegations of this indictment are re-alleged and incorporated here. On or about July 20th, 2017, the Southern District of Ohio, the defendant, Andrew K. Mitchell, while acting under color of law, willfully deprived victim 1 of a right secured and protected by the Constitution of the laws of the United States, namely the right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. Specifically, the defendant, Andrew K. Mitchell, under the guise of an arrest, kidnapped and attempted to kidnap victim 1 and kidnapped and attempted to kidnap. I guess you attempt and then you do it. Kidnapped and attempted to kidnap victim 1 and transported victim 1 to a location where victim 1 performed oral sex for the victim 1's freedom. Count 2, deprivation of rights under.
That's not a super bad price for freedom.
Oh, Flux, I love you so much.
She did it before I had to do it for her.
Oh, that's so
foreclosures. Perhaps they were foreskin closures. Just saying. If you can afford 40 properties, you can afford a bunch of $20 blowjobs. Just saying.
Right? You don't need to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to kidnap people. Come on, officer. Paragraphs 1 through 5. Yeah. 1 through 5 of the introductory allegations of the indictment are re-alleged and incorporated here. Between or on about September 3rd, 2017. Wait, what was the other date? September 3rd, July. Yeah, so like 6 weeks. He waited 6 weeks, or someone 6 weeks later came forward. Between on or about September 3rd, 2017 and September 24th, 2017. Was this an all-nighter or two separate? I guess we'll have to see. In the Southern District of Ohio, the defendant, Andrew K. Mitchell, while acting under color of law, willfully deprived victim 2 of a right secured and protected by the Constitution of the laws of the United States, namely the right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. Specifically, the defendant, Andrew K. Mitchell, under the guise of arrest, kidnapped and attempted to kidnap victim 2 and transported victim 2 to a location where he forced victim 2 to have vaginal sex for victim 2's freedom. Flux, any comments before we move on to count 3?
Well, I mean, that's a bit more pricey right there.
Yeah.
That's a bit more expensive.
Mike Galderama says if you account for inflation, more like 40 per.
That's funny.
Ms. K. Griff, she presented an oral argument. Yikes. Chat, just when I had such high hopes for you, you've gone down the Flux road.
Oh, I just realized Longer Clips is here.
Daily Fluxism, that's not a high price for freedom. Well, all righty then. Continuing count 3. Deprivation of rights under color of law. Okay, there's a victim number 3. Law Nerd Clips. Hey, what's up, Law Clerk Nips? Hello, Law Clerk Nips. How are you? Gee, of all the people to make that particular slip of the tongue with. Law Nerd Clips. Legal advice. Just heads up. Yeah. Paging Dr. Freud. Paging Dr. Freud. Just a heads up that some media outlet will probably try to claim this live stream since it has verdict in the title. Tell them they can stotch off if they do. Please, lol. Yeah, well, that's too bad for them. $20 herpes, let's go. All hail Flux, says Pixel. Wait, where'd you? Oh, yeah. Nathan C. Daily Fluxism. That's not a high price for freedom. Thank you so much, Nathan C.
Outstanding.
We got it. I'm so glad he's here. Just one quick second here. All right, back with the thing. Paragraphs 1 through 5 of the introductory allegations of this indictment are realleged and incorporated here. Between on or about May 30th, 2018 and July 23rd, 2018. All right. In the Southern District of Ohio, the defendant Andrew K. Mitchell, while acting under color of law, willfully deprived victim 2. He's gone back to victim 2 of a right secured and protected by the Constitution. So he's gotten 4 here. Yeeks. Of a right secured of a right secured and protected by the Constitution. Sorry, I just had a pop-up of one of these. Look back and backwards on your memories, and a big picture of Yoda just popped up on my screen. All right, there we go. Willfully deprive victim 2 of a right secured by the and protected by the Constitution and the laws of the United States, namely the right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. Specifically, the defendant Andrew K. Mitchell, under the guise of arrest, kidnapped and attempted to kidnap victim 2 and transported victim 2 to a location where he forced victim 2 to have anal sex for victim. Well, for victim 2's freedom. Escalation.
That escalated quickly.
Got
Nicholas Staroff. I am not reading that, Nicholas Staroff. I'm not reading that. Count 4, paragraphs 1 through 5 of the introductory allegations of this indictment. This is witness tampering. How did he tamper with? Well, obviously, we know how he tampered with victim 2. Let's see. Let's see how he actually tampered. Witness tampering. This indictment, or the other, everything is reincorporated here. Between on or about September 26, 2018 and October 18, 2018, in the Southern District, Southern District of Ohio, the defendant Andrew K. Mitchell did knowingly intimidate, threaten, and corruptly persuade victim 3. Okay, probably another witness, woman of negotiable affection witness. I don't know. And attempt to intimidate, threaten, and corruptly persuade victim 3 to engage in misleading conduct toward victim 3. Well, he engaged in, this is kind of poorly written, and engaged in misleading conduct towards victim 3 with the intent to hinder, delay, or prevent the communication to law enforcement officers of information relating to the commission and possible commission of a federal offense. Corin Pope, you missed everything. 2 not guilty verdicts. And these are his federal indictments. All right. Count 5. Ooh, we went blue. All right. Count 5. Introductory paragraph 1. This is obstruction of justice. The introductory allegations and indictments are realleged and incorporated here. On or about December 5, 2018, in the Southern District of Ohio, the defendant Andrew K. Mitchell did corruptly influence, obstruct, and impede, and endeavor to influence, obstruct, and impede the due administration of justice by attempting to influence, delay, and prevent the testimony of victim 4 in an official proceeding before a federal grand jury. Yeah, you don't want to be tampering with the federal grand jury witnesses. They take a pretty dim view of that.
Yeah, that was probably not a good idea.
Been there, done that, and Flux is letting us know if any of these hookers overpaid for their freedom. Indigo Luna,
Well,
Jeff, what is
know.
this? This is his federal indictment. He's he went oral on one and vag and anal on another woman of negotiable affection, and now he's tampering with witnesses, obstructing justice, and now he's again apparently in count 6, tampering with other witnesses. Paragraphs 1 through 5 of the introductory allegations in the indictment are realleged and incorporated here. In or about December 2018, in the Southern District of Ohio, the defendant Andrew K. Mitchell did knowingly intimidate, threaten, and corruptly persuade victim 5, and attempt to intimidate, threaten, corruptly persuade victim 5, and engage in misleading conduct toward victim 5, with the intent to hinder, delay, and prevent the communication to law enforcement officers of information relating to the commission and possible commission of a federal offense. All right, count 7, false statement or representation made to a department or agency of the United States. Lying to the glowies. They don't like that.
No. They frown on that, actually.
They do.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they glow your ass all the way to jail.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we're so far we got the victim count. He's got the 2 that he allegedly did these with, and then he's intimidating other witnesses. Now he's lying to the feds. Count 7. Paragraphs 1 through 5, the introductory allegations of the indictment are realleged and incorporated here. On or about September 26, 2018, the defender Andrew K. Mitchell at John Glenn Columbus International Airport in the Southern District of Ohio. Airport. Please tell me it wasn't something stupid like a TSA agent. Did willfully and knowingly make a materially false, fictitious, and fraudulent statement and representation in a matter within the jurisdiction of the executive branch of the government of the United States by denying to agents of the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, that he had ever had sex with a prostitute. This state. Did you have sex with a hooker? Nope. Liar. Done.
I did not have sex with that woman.
That's the lie that he told to the federal agents?
Apparently. Yep.
They're charging him for it? Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
That was a good one, by the way, Flux.
Sorry.
The statement of representation was false because, as the defendant Andrew K. Mitchell then and there knew, he has had sex with numerous prostitutes, including having paid women money for sex. Well, that's great that him having sex with prostitutes includes occasionally actually paying them for it. I like how that's worded. He's had sex with a lot of them, including paying some of them for it.
Freedom payments. Actual cash.
Yeah. He's guilty for underpaying hookers, lol, says Indigo Luna. Well, he did tell her to up her game by $5. Forfeiture allegations. All right. The allegations contained in this indictment are hereby realleged and reincorporated by reference for the purpose of alleging forfeitures of the United States of America pursuant to Title 18, United States Code Section 981A1C and Title 28, United States Code Section 24161C upon conviction of any of the offenses alleged in this indictment in violation of the 18 U.S.C. blah, blah, blah. The defendant Andrew K. Mitchell shall forfeit to the United States of America pursuant to all these statutes any real property, real or personal, which constitutes or is derived from the proceeds traceable to such offenses, including but not limited to a sum of money equal to the amount of proceeds the defendant Andrew K. Mitchell obtained as a result of these offenses. So if he got any of those, if he's got any of those properties he owned from hooker money or doing, I don't think he did.
I was gonna say you think they're gonna try and tie those homes into like drug things or something?
Well, it's not part of these charges though, so I think it's just standard wording. Substitute assets. If any of the forfeitable property described above as a result of any act of commission, blah blah blah, by the defendant Andrew K. Mitchell cannot be located upon the exercise of diligence, has been transferred or sold to or deposited with a third party, has been placed beyond the jurisdiction of the court, has been substantially diminished in value, or has been commingled with other property which cannot be divided without difficulty. It is the intent of the United States of America, in accordance with all of these statutes, to seek forfeiture of any other property the defendant has up to the value of the forfeitable property. Forfeiture pursuant to the rules of criminal procedure, a true bill. Signed by foreperson of the grand jury, Benjamin G. Glassman, United States Attorney, S foreperson. It's a good signature. What? How odd that the foreman's name would actually be Foreman.
Right.
What's your name? S Foreman. Just kidding. Benjamin G. Glassman, United States Attorney. Jessica H. Kim, Kevin W. Kelly, Assistant United States Attorneys. So those are his bad federal charges.
They got to be going after those properties, right?
Yeah.
John Gary asks, how did he buy prostitutes by extorting sex acts from prosecutor? There doesn't seem to be any allegations he took cash bribes. Yeah, there aren't those allegations there.
Yeah.
We don't really
I
know
gotta
how he
get for
intimidated
dinner.
the witness. Yep, and I'm going to go back to sleep here in about 4 minutes. Thank you
All
so
right.
much for joining Flux.
Thanks
Everybody
for
go
having
check
me.
out
I love you
Flux.
guys. That was
Been a
fun.
while.
Love you, Flux.
We should do
Alrighty.
this more often.
We should
should.
actually.
Yeah. All
I'll
right.
take
Bye,
it
guys.
there.
Love you both.
Bye.
Bye.
Give the best of the misses.
Will do.
All right. Bye. All righty. Yeah, I think that's probably just standard boilerplate stuff that they put in every indictment. And any gain he got from committing these crimes comes to us. I think it's just standard boilerplate wording. It's in every, I mean, that would make more sense.
Haven't read a whole lot of grand jury indictments. Not really sure.
Oh, I couldn't find this stream on YouTube. Rude. Hid it from me, and I had to take a call. Went back to the beginning. Jury did their job. Prosecutor, not so much. Bye, guys, says Kitty. Love you, Valhalla. This has been there and done that.
Outstanding.
Right. Oh, he said that to me too, so never mind. I can't make spicy, saucy jokes. Bye, guys. I'll watch the stream as I'm on replay. Fast forward. Like poll. Well, I'm going to shut this down here in about 3 minutes. Just wanted to do this real quick. We'll come back with a full breakdown. Like I said, tonight for me, tomorrow morning for all y'all in the States. We'll go back. We'll watch the opening statements. We'll look at the jury instructions and maybe do some other witnesses.
Cool.
So just kind of do like a debrief of what happened.
Sounds good. Thanks, chat. You guys rock.
Yeah, I think they'll get him on the lying about never having sex with a prostitute charge. The rest seem kind of shaky. Feds are known to bring charges to entice you to lie, so they can nail you on that. Well, I don't know. He's kind of got the bad things he did to the ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, he's a shit human being. However you slice it,
100%.
He looks like a really bad person in the feds, but he looked like a really bad guy going into this case too. So if I have the time or energy, what I should do is go back and see which came first, the chicken or the egg. Were the feds onto him, or were the locals onto him first?
That'd be interesting. Because if the feds had a case first, I would think that would have been relevant in this trial.
Well, they said he was still employed at the beginning of that indictment. So it seems like when they but if he was brought up on federal charges by the grand jury, they certainly wouldn't keep him. I don't know. The timing of this is odd.
It is pretty.
So I want to see, like, did he blast away the Donna, and then a couple of others came forward and went, "Hey, wait a minute, he did these horrific things to us too."
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
Huh. Melody Nicole, you missed it all. Double not guilties. Martha Stewart was cleared on everything except lying to the feds. Feds don't like to be lied to. See, that's the thing. I mean, Al Capone, the only thing they got him on was tax evasion. Rudy Giuliani finally learned. He was the first attorney general to figure out how to use RICO, and he crushed the entire New York mob. So, but I mean, that's state things, but you get those lying to people and you get the racketeering stuff and toast.
Yeah, they don't like it. They don't like tax evasion either.
Yeah. The grape and witness tampering charges have very vague time frames. I know they had kind of specific dates. And there was like between on or about. That's just standard wording in case they go, okay, it wasn't December 5th, 2018. It was 11:58 p.m. on December 4th. So they put a little bit of those vague time frame things. Anywho,
do any of it.
Yeah, if he didn't do any of it, that really sucks for him.
Right?
The feds are involved. And I would expect his trial, the federal trial, to happen at some point in the next 6 months.
I wish they would televise those.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Well, we'll try to follow it, I guess. I'll kind of put it out there on my check back in 6 months file.
They might do like release the damn transcripts. There's the word. They might release the transcripts on a daily basis.
I just don't know. I know nothing about the federal criminal scene. No, they had 3-week time frames. Yeah,
Some
well,
of them
there
were
was the
like
between this
50.
time and between that time. It could be, oh, you know, at some point, I remember it was like between these two dates. It could be that, or it could just be he did it repeatedly during those time frames.
That
And
could be
they
too.
do. Yeah, who knows? But yeah. That's it, folks. He was found not guilty very quickly.
4 hours deliberation time.
Well, see, that kind of makes me want to go back and see if Law and Crime has the first round of trial.
That would be interesting.
I assume they do, or maybe Court TV does, because I would like to see how well the state put on its arguments or how poorly the defense put on their arguments that the jury deliberated for 18 hours and couldn't come up with anything. Whereas these guys are like, all right, it's dinner time. Guilty.
A hung jury
Not
after
guilty.
18 hours doesn't seem like that long either.
Well, I mean, when you figure in all the lunch and all the breaks and things, that's about 3 days.
Is that long enough? I would make them go back. I think, like, I don't know, but like it would seem to me that you're going to spend at least 5 days on something like that before I just give up, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's just, if it's still like 6 at the end of 3 days. If there's only a couple, I can go back and try to pressure them into going your way. But
that makes more sense.
Anyway, we don't know, so we'll just have to see. This was the car hooking killing. Yes, he was found not guilty of murder and not guilty of voluntary manslaughter. And then we just read the federal charges against him. So although he was not guilty, he ain't going home. He's going back. He's got these federal crimes to answer.
If he gets put in prison with those charges and being a cop, he's gonna have a rough go, y'all.
Oh, John Gary said, I watched a little of the first trial the other day. I think on Law and Crime, State had a different expert who seemed to hold up better than Hal Holbrook's corpse. Well, you've watched a little bit of it, John Gary. Is it something that we might want to look at here? Is it something we might want to stream? Let's. I'll look at it at some point, but definitely need a break from these all-nighter trials. But this one kind of did work out. I liked it because they had longer lunches and longer breaks, so it kind of worked out where I could still be asleep by 2 o'clock and then start a little bit early and get.
I like the format here. We didn't seem to get, have quite as long and drawn out days, or.
It was a quick trial too.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Well, all right. On that note, I can still get in another 2 hours sleep before it's time to get up and go be a productive member of society.
Well, go do it, man.
Making my boss filthy rich.
I'm gonna let the goats out for a while.
Who let the goats out? That's
funny.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it wasn't.
New intro song for Valhalla.
It's still early. Yeah. All right, folks. Thank you for joining me for this impromptu little bit of thing here. We've got 174 of you here right now, and thank you for the super chats. How many likes? 169 likes, and I didn't even have to tell you. You guys are awesome.
Good job.
You guys are great.
Good
That's
job.
like virtually everyone that's here currently. But I know there's been a little bit of a turnover in the last 53 minutes and 46 seconds. So if you haven't hit the like. Oh wow, we're like, oh gosh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. Deeply, deeply appreciated.
Good job.
Ozzy is arranging an interview with Photo Chad from Rittenhouse. Let's see if there's anybody we can take a dump on this morning, as long as we're into kinky stuff. Let's see who is live that I can put you guys into if you want to go to someone.
Ozzy's live.
Is he?
Yeah.
All righty. Well, let's go to content. Live. I'm
like
in
it.
content. We are live. Customization. Do slow-mo. Redirect. Here we go. Redirect. Search for videos from other channels. Ozzy Overlord. Uncivil. Should we all go to uncivil law? Nina. God, everybody's live right now. People are like active at this time. Ugh. We've got Nina Infinity, Popcorn Planet, Uncivil Law, Kurt. We should go to Ozzy Overlord. I want to send everybody over to Nina Infinity because she is so super sweet and nice. I have to get Nina on here so so we can talk pop culture stuff.
She hasn't been on your channel, has she?
No, she hasn't, but I really like Nina. She's great.
I haven't met her, but she seems very cool.
She's funny and she's cute as hell, and she does some fun stuff. Aussie Overlord it is, because we like Hayden. So let me save this, and everybody, let's go over to Aussie Overlord and say good morning to him. Let him know that his old buddy Legal Vices is thinking of him. Wow, I sound like Camelot now, don't I? This is my Camelot impression.
Bro, that is so good. That is so good. I knew exactly who it.
That guy will get some fat milk.
That is so good.
Woo! All right. Anyway, sorry.
That is amazing.
That just kind of happened. Hey, Jeff, watched 12 Angry Men last night and loved it. I hope it was the original Jack Lemmon version and not the Tony Danza version, because the Tony Danza version sucked. The original 12 Angry Men is one of my. I should do that. I should do like a review of my favorite legal shows one of these nights. Let's do that.
I haven't watched that one.
Oh, that is a classic. That's got a huge cast. Some great stuff there.
I'll have to look it up.
Oh, it seems like people liked my Camelot.
That was good. I'm telling you, that was spot on.
I just had that little kind of frog in my throat.
It's perfect, man. It's absolutely perfect. If you did that, next time you're on with Nick, just do it. He'll die.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that.
It's pretty good.
Huh. I didn't know I could do that. That just kind of happened. I went, hey, wow, that sounded like Camelot.
The second you started talking it, I thought you were intentionally doing a Camelot impression.
Yeah. To Kill a Mockingbird, that book and movie is one of the reasons why I'm a lawyer today.
That's a good book.
I think I'm going to do that. We'll have to like review movies. Not like watch parties, because I think watch parties are kind of lame, but that's just me because I don't really know how to do them, and Amazon sucks here, so we can't do it on Twitch. But yeah, we can do like some discussions and breakdowns, give you homework, whatnot. But all right, let's not cut into Aussie Overlord's time, and I'm going to go to sleep, and you guys can all do whatever you want. So head on over to Aussie Overlord as soon as I wrap this up, and let him know that Legal Vices sent him.
That's so good, bro. It's so good.
Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you in about 12, 16 hours, 15 and a half hours.
Something like that.
Lorax out. Bye.